Hello, people. Unfortunately, this time I'm actually showing my full face. Well, oh, fuck. You fucking work. I've had you since 2009, gotten God knows how many upgrades, God knows how many viruses taken off this thing. This thing works like a fucking hacker's computer. It should have good enough goddamn set. Oh, somebody's actually listening. Alright. Wave paper. Paper trail. Anybody? Alright. You kind of have to understand that I went through a really fucking rough night last night. Last night, I went on a date with my girlfriend. And she decides, okay, everything's gonna be nice and sweet and, you know, cool, chill, whatever. But then, break up with me all of a sudden, and not to mention, be extremely volatile and cruel. And instead of, that whole, like, oh, fuck you, and then I slap you. No, she fucking stalked me. You cannot see my right eye well. And in fact, I'm deliberately trying to manipulate the video so that you can't see it. It's not just a bloody... Well, okay, it's a bloody blue. I mean, fucking Garugamesh, dirty blue blood reference. Okay, it's a bloody and black eye. I had to get 3 stitches. And in fact, they decided to put me on pain medication for it. God knows the emotional pain's a lot more. I don't understand. I would really think that if I've been in a relationship with someone for like 4.5 years, they would know my family members. They saw a picture on my Android phone. She, who will not be named, saw a picture on my Android phone of which was a sexual-esque nature. No nudity, mind you, but it was my cousin on the beach in a bikini, and she thought that I was cheating on her with her, and that's my fucking cousin. Okay, yes, she's very attractive and gets hit on plenty. What the fuck? Like, 6 months ago, she got married. In the heat of anger, explanation can go out the window. But the one thing this video is supposed to be about is the spider stinger thing I already mentioned. See if I can even get this. Come on, lighting. Come on. Did it? Yeah, it fucking paused this janky motherfucking camera. I swear to God, if I do not get money for a good camera that I can make mobile, maybe I'm going into Best Buy buying something and then later give a review of the game or something, what I told you, then I'm shutting down my whole fucking channel. I'm taking all my favorites away, and that's going to hurt me. And I'm taking away all my uploads. Meaningful or meaningless, I am. And look, people do watch these. Maybe not a lot, like 3, I think the most I ever got was for the Spider-Man petition. Turn this brightness up, because I want you to see who is talking to you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, now it looks like, yeah. Can I right-click it? Alright. Okay, 65, that's like the middle ground, I guess, on this one. It's the in-between. Ugh, crap. Okay, lighting. Yeah, more details on my face are appearing. And here we go. I guess you could call it my dream Spider-Man as a fan. Oh yeah, right is left, left is right with webcams. So let me kind of go fit. All the white parts are eventually going to be black. I'm going to revise this. Okay, let me get a better shot. Alright. So I wanted them all the red parts, the spider and the eyes, to have a gold lining but still be crimson. So they're going to be darker than that. You know, I like Deca Ninja, and you know, Deca Break had a visible microphone around his visor, so I decided that's one thing I'll leave gold. And I kind of want him to have little arm, like, God, up is down and down is up. What is this, the negative zone? I guess if I kind of like, yeah, go out, okay. He's got gun turrets on the top, because I'm a huge fan of War Machine. I wanted him to have, like, gold arm plate thingies, because I want to remain true to the, you know, Iron Spider-Man somewhat. That little thing, you know, at the end of his chest is not a dick. It's actually his, like, hub for the electronics. It's mobile, it can turn into a spider tracer, it can turn into a shuriken, and the gauntlets will be gold. I just had an example with, you know, a spider stinger. Like, his don't come out of his wrists, his come out of the top. So it's more like a X-23 thing. I guess you could call it like fucking X-20. But on the bottom, he's got those little like spikes inspired by the new Ultimate Spider-Man design, which it's out there. They haven't made the comics available yet, but he's got those, and he's actually, it's like a redeco of the Iron Spider, which it has like really dark orange, you know, spiders and highlights, and then it's kind of like a dark navy. But on the bottom, I still want to have those red luminescent things the stealth suit Spidey had. So, and of course, you know, in Spider-Man tradition, I want to keep the webs under the arms. Whether it would serve a function or not, I'm still going to hold true to the fact that I want him to have the ability to glide whenever he's not shooting webbing. And fuck it, he can fly anyway. So, let's see where I'm going with this. That's for the logo only. It's not gonna it's not gonna be on any of my characters if they're a Spider-Man or woman. And I did this exclusively for my friend's project, Spider-Man Infinite Generations. You know, within the comics, like the Earth 616, they've proven that, you know, there's multiple Spider-Men and women across multiple generations. The multiverse thing. So, my friend decided making that, like, the crux of the entire story in the first place. The team would be the Spider-Man. The leader would be Peter Parker. And we're going to somehow bring back Ben Reilly. Not really sure. Spider-Woman, Maddie Franklin, Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl. It's going to be indie, because we already have a publisher. And we met, I don't know how many of you in Pittsburgh who know the comic artist Chris Christopherson, and he was a former student of my dad, because my dad used to teach, you know, the performing arts of art all across the city, but he had a hub at Kappa, Creative and Performing Arts High School. So, you know, he's helping me along. You know, Chris is gonna do like the final designs, and the most that I'm gonna really contribute is what I want my Spider-Man design to look like. You know, how it functions, how it works, how he moves. And I'm gonna have a fictionalized version of my name. I'm Mike, but I'd like to see my guy come from like an Asian background, where it's a little heavier on the mysticism and that whole totemic thing they're doing with Evolve or Die. So, you know, I was thinking like Maikeru or Akira. And I'm weighing heavy on Akira because that movie changed my fucking life. Say what you will and say what you might, but don't ignore who it's for at the end of the night, whatever. But I had a revelation that would probably take approximately like 5 years to totally explain. But after watching it, I gained an ability. It's called remote viewing. It's where you can see events from a completely different place. Now, for me, I remember the first time I was in a bubble bath and I was just concentrating on the bubbles, and I saw a tennis match. It was a women's doubles match. And then, you know, I looked at another, and it was a gorgeous blonde woman in a simple black dress holding up an Oric vacuum to, you know, because they're so light and shit. And then I just jumped out of the tub, put a towel on, and said, "Hey, Dad, is there a woman in a black dress selling vacuums on TV?" Here's the clincher. None of the TVs in the house were on. Then, here's another even bigger clincher, depending on how you think of it. He turns on the TV. That's the first fucking thing he sees. But he doesn't see it immediately. We wait approximately, and I did count, 23 seconds. Then she eases onto the screen, talking about how light it is. So that's almost like precognition. I swear, if anybody has info on this and how to like further this, so that I could literally be looking, you know, at this screen. Well, excuse me. It could be like I'm looking at this screen right now. You know, it's a very good view because it's literally right in front of me, not some vision-esque type thing. To expand the ability that much more, I'm willing to do anything. I already meditate on a regular basis. You know, I have experimented with drugs. Not sure how much that really contributes. Because, I mean, in Super High Me, they did a psychic test with Doug Benson, you know, when he's high. But I don't know how much that would... I was sober. I mean, that was like when I was 14. I didn't start smoking weed till I was 16. So, and I'm on a slew of like antidepressants, but I've never heard such a thing. I even told my therapist. I wasn't put in like a psych ward or anything. I mean, and oh wait, she said it wasn't the medicines. No, none of the interactions or side effects could be that way. And I remember her words exactly. She said, "Not within the course of 3 years have I heard something so startling that I just do not know how to do anything else but want to hear more."